So, before we begin airbrushing the Millennium Falcon, let's talk about my airbrush that I got. The gravity-fed dual-action airbrush by Iwata, also known as the Neo. Let's open this up, because I still haven't opened it up yet when I got it. Okay. Very nice box. Nice and sturdy. Okay. There's a good weight to this. Now I should have bought, I was actually considering on buying just a standard single action airbrush, but I saw this at a good price and I said, you know what, let me get the dual one either way. It comes with this reservoir here. Let's see if I can pop it open. There we go. And it can be interchangeable, so this one is for this clearly, and you can remove this here. There's a gasket there, of course. And we have the smaller one. Of course, this is going to come in handy. Of course, when I want to paint like just a small amount of paint, not a large amount of paint. And it goes nice and tight right there. There's the needle there. Here's the wrench. I wonder if this thing has the instructions. Let's pull it, pop this up. Oh yeah, it does. I'm gonna put that there for now. Wow, this thing is so cool. It comes with it. They even name brand the wrench. There we go, Neo. Okay, so thank you for purchasing the Neo series of Iwata. It's very easy to get started with the Neo airbrush. There's the attachment, gravity fed. Of course, you have the ability to, if you had the other airbrush, you have the siphon fed. I never did like the siphon fed one, because clearly you have to like move it around just to see if you can get the right amount of paint. Okay, so for gravity fed Neo, put a small amount of paint in the color cap on top of the airbrush. Note that you have two choices of cups. The airbrush will also hold a 32 ounce paint without the cap attached. How's that? Push down, pull in, cleaning. To clean airbrush, flush it out and with the appropriate cleaner for your medium, or use for medium. What does that mean? Hold on, let me read this quick. To clean your airbrush, flush it out with an appropriate cleaner for your medium, such as an airbrush cleaner, or use water, good for water-based mediums, and airbrush until it sprays clear. Mediums. Doesn't make any sense. Clearly I have to go to Iwata's website if I want to see how this airbrush would look like once I take it apart. But here, if I open this up, see, this is the one that I've always had the problem with on my current airbrushes. Let me show you. There it is. Where this one, it's kind of bent, but if I open this up a bit, you see there's only two of the little spokes there that allows me to turn this, while the third one is broken off. And I'm always afraid that I'm gonna, you know, break it off by accident due to pressure or anything like that. I'm gonna be cleaning this one soon. I did get a call, or I'm sorry, an email saying I should get invest in a what do you call that? A sonic cleaner type thing. I've seen it. I've seen one, but it was too small. So I'm gonna definitely look into getting that for, you know, for the future. But for right now, I'm gonna deal with this, and I have the airbrush attachments. I mean the airbrush cleaner, it's things to stick in. There we go. So for right now, I'm going to prepare this. Oh, that's right. I'm going to be using this for priming, while this one is for painting. That way, this will be specifically for priming only, and this one's going to be for specifically for painting. I wish I had another tube or hose. As a matter of fact, can I pop this open and put this in here? Yes, I can. I know there's a quick release type thing. I should invest that, so I'm going to look into that in the future. All right, so let's begin painting. Now then, as you can see, I have finished priming the Millennium Falcon using gray primer. I don't know if you can see this in the light, but it is a lightish tone gray, unlike the white side, as you can see there. Here's the top part, and here are all the other parts that will make up the Millennium Falcon. Let me just move this in a way where I can get started now. I'm going to begin. I'm basically going to begin pre-shading using black primer and microfiller. Now, before we proceed, what I was going to do, and I had a discussion with this with my friends. Why don't I just paint the entire kit black, lacquer black? Then use a I don't have it. I would have to go get it. Use off-white enamel, and then as it dries, I will chip off or wipe off a little bit of the white to show the underside of the black. Give it that kind of like a reverse wash. I thought of that and I began researching that, and considering the amount of detail this kit has, I think I'm going to probably do more damage than good. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hopefully learn this on my own and see how it goes. So we're going to begin with this underside here. And let me just spray and pray. First things first. Oh, I cleaned up the airbrush. And I'm going to be using my old airbrush only for priming and pre-shading. Everything else will just be for the new airbrush. So I'm going to spray the inside of this. Alright, that looks interesting. And I'm going to spray paint the edges. The inside here. What do you think of that? Let's flip it over a bit. Get these guys here. I cleaned the airbrush recently with the that little brush thing that I purchased a while back. You know, me silly thinking that it's going to be something I'm going to stick through here. No, you stick it here in the back to clean out the entire nozzle section in the inside, going all the way to the point of the needle. So yeah, it kind of cleaned up a bit. I removed a lot of gunk. Didn't invest in a sonic, you know, a sonic cleaner type thing like somebody mentioned. Sent an email about, but let's see what happens. Alright, so right now I'm going to try to get to these crevices here. I don't know how accurate this will be. I think I got everything here. Alright, so give me a few moments while I continue this. This is going to take some time, and then we'll see how it comes out. Alright. Here's, of course, the Millennium Falcon, already pre-shaded. I'm reviewing it, making sure everything looks okay. If I miss something, I will redo it again. I think I may have to redo this area again because maybe I didn't get the right angle. I want to make sure I get that right. Also painting the insides here on the edges. I have to make sure I got that right as well. Yeah, this came out alright. I kind of like this. I gotta start working on this guy, and I haven't gotten the colors out yet. I just wanted to get the overall done before I work on this. Just want to give you to show you what it really looks like. I also did the these parts as well. See, and the antennae, radar dish. Excuse me, radar dish. And even though I didn't need to, I did this anyway, and I'll repaint it again. No big deal. I started working on this. That's alright. Might as well get that out of the way. Now, before I begin repainting, painting this the other color, I wanted to touch something that somebody asked me about this, about the glass, about the canopy. I did mention that I was going to put masking tape on this, and I'm going to begin soon on that. The only problem, somebody sent me a message on a previous video. Why don't I use a masking solution that is kind of like a rubbery substance, and it's called Mr. Masking Sol. I actually have it, Mr. Masking Sol Neo. The problem is this thing dried up, and I couldn't use it, so yeah, I don't have it anymore. I'm not going to order another one. I'm going to wait for that one. I'm going to proceed with what I want to do right now is I'm going to use the masking tape, cut up in sections and cover up. It's not going to be that difficult because I'll use, actually, where is it? I put it here to the side. I'm going to use this part, because even though with the fact that it is clear, I want to use this as a guide so I know where everything is. It's kind of hard to do it, with a clear base. I mean, you can see it, just want to make sure I do it right, because there's a part here that you don't want to cover, yet this part is entirely covered. or it is. I have no idea. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, in all fairness, I could probably use this one, and then that way it's easy. But then it'll be a lot better to use this guy, because then you have all the clear, the clear parts, right? So I will begin with that. I just want to double check and double check this, make sure I did it right. Bottom part came out okay. I try to find every little nook and cranny of detail that needs to be spray painted on and all that stuff. Especially like since it's going to be like in an angle, I want to make sure these guys can see under it. Don't know if it's going to be on this side or this side, but either way, it's not going to be on the landing platform. It's going to be exposed so people can see under it as well. Huh. So far so good. What do you guys think? Let's continue on with the painting.